So the suggested thing to do for communities is when they have their kiddush on Saturday morning, and have meat and liquor and salads, they might as well have bread and do the official meal of that morning, so they don't have to go back home again and do a second meal with the family. They just stuff themselves, or they end up waiting a few hours and then doing the meal. It creates many halachic issues and also health issues. Overeating is very bad for the body. Saying Birkat Hamazon when you're stuffed is a halachic issue, because you're praising Hashem when you're stuffed and you're half asleep and you're tired, or drunk. It's very bad halachically to do that. Also, you'll have time to do Seudah Shlishit with a full stomach, and you should do Seudah Shlishit with good food, not leftover scraps. Make specific good foods that you have in Seudah Shlishit. If you have leftover, you can also use it, but that should not just only use leftovers. You should say a respectable meal that you're doing on Shabbat. Now, back to the parasha, we'd like to ask two questions. The first question is, why did Moshe Rabbeinu even wait to pray? Why? He knew what was going on. What he wanted to do is the following. He wanted to wait to see if Bnei Yisrael are going to pray for him, because he wanted to admonish them if they didn't pray for him. And he wanted to say, listen, how many times did I pray for you? Every time you sinned and God wanted to destroy you or punish you, I prayed on your behalf and God annulled those decrees. But when Hashem gets angry with me for the one sin that I did, that I can't enter the land of Israel, where were you? Why didn't you pray for me? And that's what happened. They didn't pray for him, and he waited, and then he had to pray, but he was at the last minute, so to say. There are other reasons why he delayed it, but that's one of the reasons. I have to see from here, learn a lesson. The person should not be indifferent. You shouldn't say, that's not my problem, that's the other guy's problem. What do you want from me? Go in your heart, open your heart, think of the other person. Person is in pain, person is sick, even if he's not related to you, even if you never met him in your life. And help that fellow Jew, help that fellow man. The second question, why just let Moshe go into Eretz Yisrael? Why didn't Hashem let him go? What would have happened? The Vilna Gaon says, in the name of our sages, had Moshe Rabbeinu entered Eretz Yisrael, he would have caused the final Bet HaMikdash to be built immediately. This holiness, sanctity of such a temple built under Moshe Rabbeinu's leadership would be so tremendous that it could never be destroyed. Therefore, had the Jews later sinned to Hashem, he would have to destroy the Jews and not the Bet HaMikdash. So in his mercy, God built the Bet HaMikdash through leaders that were of lesser stature than Moshe Rabbeinu. And he foresaw, obviously, that the Jews would sin in the future. And what he did 2 times, he destroyed the Bet HaMikdash and punished them that way instead of destroying the Jewish nation.